Alright, so I've been at this Lost Sector for about an hour and a half now, and I think that these Lost Sectors give like an insight onto like how this game is doing, like how it's faring as a game and like what it's come to. So right now, the Lost Sector is on, if it'll let me access it, it's on legs, okay? So the armor that you get is legs, okay? So that means that you could get one of these two pieces of armor, alright? And I play a lot of PvP, so Star Eater scales, I mean, nobody ever uses those in endgame anything, just because they're not that good. Radiant Dance Machines, they're subpar, but they're fun. They're fun. They're enjoyable to use, and they have like really fun, like a really cool perk, right? Also, they just look freaking fire, right? So they nerfed these the first day that they came out, right? Well, I am currently grinding for this, right? And so I, as a PvP player, obviously can't get any of the good loot because, LFG sucks because it's all just people asking for carries and nobody's ever teaching, right? So I have Solar Burn, which I have my grenade launcher and I don't really have anything else that I can use because I guess I could use this, but, unstop is not an option, so, I have to use overload bow and anti-barrier rifle, or I could use anti-barrier sniper. Let's see, let's use a sniper with a bow. It just doesn't work. Um, so, what I'm having an issue with is, like, who okayed this? Like, who sat down at this company and was like, yo, this will be so fun for our players? Like, and then Overload champs are so annoying. Like, who okayed Overload champs? Like, there's barrier champs, which are annoying, but, they're, fightable. And then there's Overload champions? Like, who okayed that? Like, I understand that, they can add a nice little addition to the game in, endgame PvP, or endgame PvE, and I totally understand, and I think that they're fine, but bro, if I'm having to do this, and waste a bunch of my heavy every single time I'm fighting one of these Overload champions, then it's just not acceptable. It's not a good thing. It doesn't add challenge to the game, it just makes it less fun. Like, challenge is supposed to add a more, Legendary Witch Queen was a perfect example of what exactly this game is supposed to be. Enjoyable, but fun and challenging. It's supposed to be enjoyable, not impossible for people who actually play this game just for, stuffs and giggles, And that's what I'm having an issue with. It's like, I'd like to think that I'm more of a fun player, but I am pretty challenging. I come back to the game every day. So, I feel like I'm, the majority of their player base, but I'm also the quietest. I'm not one of those people who's buff this, nerf that, unless it's something like Arbalest, after its buff, which that needed to be nerfed, and it was nerfed, and the game is better for it now. All I'm saying is I think that they could make this game a little more solo slash, casual friendly, casual sweat friendly, I guess. A mixture of casual sweat. I don't know. I just feel like they can make it a little bit better, and that's how. I feel like it would be a whole lot better if they, we didn't have to do these super hard things for trivial exotics. Who is using the Radiant Dance Machine? Let's be honest. People who are bored of the current exotics, and that's a whole nother video, but it's just a thing where I feel like they could make it better, and they're just choosing not to because they're catering towards their sweaty, YouTube kind of Twitch chat player base, That's just my opinion on it. Take it as you will. That's my opinion.